The birth of a new age is happening right now. Hello, Jeangu.
Hey, William.
It is so nice to see you. You know, you've had your first rehearsals after 2 years, basically. What
Yeah.
was that like to hit the stage?
Ooh, well, the first rehearsal was really overwhelming. It's like you enter the venue and you see like this immensely big stage and the lights and everything, and like you have to take it in, and like like 2 minutes after that you have to like just start the rehearsal though. So it was like a lot going on. Today I had the second rehearsal and we had a blast. We had a blast. It was such a got such a kick out of it. It was yeah, I was so happy with how it went today. Yeah.
And the show seems to move from darkness to light. We see
Mhm.
grays and then cracks and then rainbows. What did you want to convey through these colors?
Well, the story of the song, it's about resilience, finding your strength. It's also an ode, right, to people who stand up for themselves, who claim their space in society, saying, I deserve to be seen and to be respected, I deserve love, like every human deserves that. So like the concrete, visuals are like symbolism for things that restrict us from being ourselves, and eventually we get to the lights and we get to like the celebration in the end, freedom.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, and there's definitely freedom. Y'all are moving.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
almost feels like it's not choreographed, it's just your real movement. Is that the case?
Well, it is actually choreographed, but like of course, but it's I guess it's a natural choreography. Yeah, it's like we're vibing with each other. Yeah.
And we recognized your brother instantly.
Yeah.
So nice to see him. Are the other dancers also from your real life?
Yes, the backup singer, Milisa, um, Amelie is her stage name, is a very good friend of me and my brother's, and she's like a sister to us. And I've been sharing the stage with her for some years now. So it's just really nice to have my twin brother and Milisa with me on stage. In addition to that, an amazing dancer, Jill the Grid. Um, who helps me tell the story in a way that only he can do, because when he
Mm.
dances it's just like emotion in every vein of his body. So yeah.
And your outfit is quite the talk of the press center. Very
Yeah.
fashion. We we were debating, is this,
Yeah,
drawing on Surinamese fashion, or is it, modern Dutch fashion? How would you describe it?
I think it's a combination, because two designers worked on the outfits. Lissa Brandon, who actually has Surinamese roots too, and Sylvie ten Broeke, who is who has Dutch roots. So it's like those worlds coming together. It's also based on my Surinamese heritage culturally. Suriname is a place that all of these people were brought together there, from Asia, from Africa, from Europe, and yeah, these clothes are an ode to that diversity.
Mm. The color blue is so good for you. It just
Thanks.
pops. Um,
Thanks.
have you always planned to wear that color on the Eurovision stage?
Ooh, yeah. Well, yeah, because it's also a color that's very present in the music video, right? With the blue circle, um, yeah, the blue circle in the video is actually something out of the spiritual tradition in Suriname. We call it blauwsel, which really means blue. It's like an indigo blue that spiritually gives protection. So I always thought it would be a nice idea to have an outfit in that color too, that is in the same symbolic realm as in the video.
Mm. And underneath, there were sort of, I don't know if it was black leather straps or like a warrior costume. What's
Yeah.
underneath?
Ooh, well, we changed a bit today because today, yesterday I had, no, 2 days ago I had the leather unharnessed actually. But today I was actually wearing this, and this is like a silver half cent, which is a reference to the Sranang, the Surinamese I'm singing in this song, right? Mina ako sino mas mambroko me. I'm half a cent, no one can break me. Meaning, I'm stronger than you think. So we decided to add that to the costume to add more like a more symbolic, another symbolic element. Mm.
Oh, gotcha. And the dancer you were speaking about earlier has on this gorgeous red. I don't even know how to describe it. It just looks amazing. Does that carry symbolism as well?
Yeah, well, actually, all of the outfits, because like, to be specific, like my cultural heritage is so obviously there's a part that is of African descent, but I also have I also have Chinese ancestors, I have Native American ancestors, I have European ancestors, and what Jill is wearing is actually an outfit that was inspired by the Afro-Surinamese heritage line, just these tribal forms. And and Silan, my twin brother, he has like this shirt that is kind of like inspired by the Chinese traditional clothing, and Melissa has like this Creole twist to everything. So that's the way. And I have like these beads red at my belt, which are inspired by the Native American bloodline, I guess. Yeah.
Ooh.
So it's like what's coming together.
When you talk to Jeangu, it's a journey around the world. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. And what about the acoustics and the sound in Ahoy? You sound amazing to us. Is it easy for you to adapt to that space?
Well, I must say that the in-ears, the in-ear monitors are really great. And but at the first rehearsal, backstage we had a sound check, and it was, it's the technical part of it is like on point. So it sounds, the acoustics sound amazing.
And you and your group of singers and dancers, before you go on stage, do you have a ritual or something you say to each other before you take the plunge?
Lots of hugs, and we just remind each other that it's a very special thing to do this, to represent the Netherlands, to be able to show, Europe what we can do and what we're all about, and just we remind ourselves and each other to enjoy the moment, because it's a once in a lifetime thing, and I really want to be like present and enjoy it. Yeah.
And near the press center, there is a gorgeous mural of you, multiple stories. And we were taking selfies like, hey, Jeangu. Hey. What is it like for you right now? This is the moment. The city is focused on Eurovision, but Dutch people are focused on you. Does it feel different?
It humbles me. Like when you talk about the mural, it's just, that will always be like a nice, like a beautiful thing that always reminds me of this Eurovision journey. And I'm in my home, so I'm surrounded by people. Even when I go out, I can't really go out into the streets. But before we came to Rotterdam, there were always people just being so supportive and just sharing so much, good energy, that I just feel very, very supported, and I feel very proud to be, to do this all. Yeah.
And will your family from Suriname make it here to watch you perform?
No, actually, the COVID restrictions are standing in the way of that. So my mother, my father, sister, no, a lot of people won't be here. I have one aunt who is going to attend because she is a Dutch citizen. But it's a pity, but it is what it is. And they're like watching every video. We're sending photos, and we're calling each other every day. And,
But this is the power of Jeangu. You traverse time zones, geography. They will feel you in Paramaribo.
They will, and I feel them over here. Yeah.
And how are you practicing sort of self-care during this week? Because it's a lot. Your press conferences, your rehearsals, your singing.
Yeah.
You got to sleep at some point. Like, what is Jeangu doing to focus?
Not drinking. I'm not smoking. I it's also not smoking, but I don't smoke. Yeah, just trying to be extra healthy, right? We also have this like group moments where we do a little workout together. Trying to get like as much sleep as possible, which up until now, I got a good like 7 hours in every night. So yeah, and like doing all the vocal preparations, like the skills and everything, like which is quite a challenge in Ahoy because like it's very noisy. It's like you hear like all these different skills. But yeah, that's I guess that's the strategy.
Thank you so much for all of the time you've taken chatting with us over the past 2 years. We're so glad that you're here now and getting your moment. And we're sending you so much love. Honestly, you are an icon for not just Dutch people, Surinamese people, but LGBT people, anyone who feels different. So thank you so, so much.
Thank you.